96.7
Duncan's Trelawney.
At A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, Duncan's Trelawney, we believe in person-centered care. We take pride in improving the health and quality of life of all our residents. Join me, Jody Marie Beharie, Monday mornings at 8 a.m. right here on Fit FM for A Gentle Approach to a Healthier You. That's 8 a.m. Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
And good morning. The beautiful Jody Marie Beharie is right here in the studios of Fit FM 96.7. Oh, yes, it is great to be back. It's great to be back. Last week we had a rebroadcast, which was quite informative.
Yeah, we were just discussing that.
And you and I were together.
We were together, and I was saying to you that it's the first time that I actually
get to hear yourself.
Hear myself the whole interview.
Right.
And I was intrigued. I literally sat down and I was like, oh, this is really good information.
Yes.
I was listening as if I wasn't listening to myself.
Right. That's why you have. That's what you have to do. You have to take yourself out of it and just listen as a listener. Just don't say, okay, that's not me. That's not Julia. That's not Jody. Just listen. And then, and I usually encourage my announcers, listen back to yourself and criticize yourself. Be your number one critic.
Yeah.
Yes, criticize yourself, and then you pick out your strong points and your weak points.
That's a good way to look at everything.
Yes. So how are you in this no movement lockdown kind of Monday morning?
Well, I don't have no movement days. I work every single day, Julia.
Yes.
Because there are people out there who need us.
That's right.
When they call, we just go. So the no movement days don't really affect us with our essential services.
Right.
It's nursing services.
Right.
And if there are people who are not well, we're gonna get to them.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so the listeners for the very first time, we have to do this pretty much an overview of exactly why you're here with us on a Monday morning, telling us about A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services and all the different services that you offer, and all the different persons who are texting and calling me and want to get more information. So for the first timers.
All right. So A Gentle Touch of Care, a healthy approach a gentle approach to a healthier you, helps you to understand the services that A Gentle Touch of Care offers. And we are a nursing service business. And what we do is we try to improve everybody's quality of life. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Our patients, our staff, our students, those we interact with, our clients, because our clients and patients are not necessarily the same. And our clients and our patients and our residents are all different. So it's helping people to understand that dynamics, and that we try to make sure that everybody's quality of life is improved, whether it's through education, whether it's through nursing care, or just providing you with adequate information to make informed decisions about your health.
Okay, so you heard that, people. So you heard that. So what are you going to tell us this morning, Jody?
Well, the last couple of weeks, Julia, we've been faced with cases where the hospitals have been full. And so we find that we're getting more home calls for persons who don't have COVID, but they can't get through in the healthcare system. All right.
Okay, so they can't get because
the hospitals are full, they're overwhelmed. Their priority cases are COVID cases.
Yes.
I literally had somebody bring their relative to a healthcare facility, and they tell them, if it's not COVID, then we can't accept them. And I'm like, seriously?
If it's not COVID, so COVID is the
they said COVID patients are priority patients. That's what they were told. I kind of found it hard to believe, because people are still getting ill, and how do we do that? How do we treat that? How do we treat that, right? So what's been happening is relatives are frustrated. They don't know what to do. And so they've been calling us. Some persons we got to them in time, some people we just did not get there in time. And even if we did, it wasn't a long time before, whether they died or they worsened or, situations like that. So it's tough times and it's hard to deal with mentally, physically, emotionally for caregivers, for relatives, and friends who are around. So this is what we're saying, from a gentle touch of care this morning, to help you take a gentle approach to your healthcare now. We are going to give you a bit of information this morning on how you can help to manage situations before they get out of hand. All right. So, the first thing I'm going to hit on is the vaccine and vaccination. Let me explain that because somebody was not so sure about how that works. Now, after you get your first shot, it's days before you get your second. Months. A month, right? A month before you get the next shot. This is what I think is not properly explained to the public and is causing some contention. When you get your first shot, right, you are not immunized. You are not fully vaccinated against the disease and the disease process. Now, what they've literally done is introduce something similar or a part of um, the virus itself, right? Which causes your body to produce antibodies to fight against the full on virus. This also weakens your immune system because it creates an inflammatory process, like if you get a cut or you have another infection. So, because it does that, you're going to find that you're going to be having a number of symptoms. This is where persons are being weakened, and they don't understand that this time needs an extra boost of vitamins, it needs an extra boost of food, an extra boost of exercise, hydration. And I think that's the part of it that's scaring people because now their immune system are low. Now they are actually at a higher risk of catching COVID than they were before they took the vaccine. So persons don't understand that. You are at a way higher risk. So not because you got your first jab means that you can go do whatever you like. It means you need to be wearing your mask even more. It means you need to be taking your vitamin C's even more. It means that, and the sunlight is very important, right? So locking yourself in the house because you're feeling poorly and you're feeling woozy because of the vaccine does not help. It actually weakens your immune system even more. Lying down in a bed, it does that. It weakens your immune system even more. So you may not feel like it, but what I'm going to suggest that people do is write a checklist. A checklist of what I must do for the next 30 days before my second vaccination shot, right? You need to make sure you're taking vitamin C's. If you're an adult, you need to be taking 1,000 milligrams, at least 1,000 milligrams a day, right?
And
if
persons,
you're
you can
somebody
get that
like
at the
me
pharmacy. You can get
who
that from
is
the pharmacy.
yeah, and they're not very expensive. If you can afford to get a dozen at a time, get a dozen at a time.
Right.
I mean, if you can buy the whole 30, buy the whole 30.
Mm-hmm.
But do it the way you can afford to do it.
Right.
And then if you cannot get the vitamin C tablet, you need to be taking in your regular vitamin C's, pineapples,
Yes.
oranges,
Right.
lime. I walk around with lime and lemon in my car. I'm always exposed constantly.
Right.
So I double up on everything.
Of course.
I double up on everything, and I find that for the persons, I don't know if this is even good to recommend for everybody, but I'm gonna say this is our personal advice. This is not proven by anybody. I'm just saying that our grandmothers all remedies, they still work. A little rum with some lemon juice before you go to bed, that boosts your immune system. And if you start to have a cold or a flu, that's one of the things that works pretty fast for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just saying
Yes.
it works,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I cannot say to you
That's true,
choose
Jody.
this method, but I'm just saying that for it used to work back
Yes.
then.
Yes.
It still
works.
works.
And
It still works now.
right, and they're herbalists with there are a lot of herbal products on the market,
Right.
a lot of teas and all of that.
And
Some of
if you
them growing
can't
up with
afford to go,
backyard.
exactly,
The
some of
mint is
them
right there with kitchen window.
they grow in our backyard.
That's right. That's right.
So we
Nature's
spoke
garden.
about boosting your immune system. Eat things like berries, pineapples, oranges, lemons, grapefruit,
Yes.
whatever fruits you have available to you. I don't see a lot of Jamaican cherries anymore. Cherries are high levels of vitamin C. If you can afford it, do the things like the kiwis and the grapes and the blueberries, and these are high concentration. What you need to be doing constantly every day is boosting your immune system. And if you don't do that, what's going to happen? You're going to get weaker and you're going to be at a higher risk of catching the virus than you were before, right? Hydration is very important. Always be drinking water. Avoid cold water at all cost. Room temperature water is very good. Or if you're doing water where you're combining the lime juice and the water, you can have it slightly warm, and that helps with your digestive system as well, help your lungs to work even better. Do breathing exercises. Breathing exercises help to strengthen your lung and the capacity of your lung to exchange oxygen. So you do deep breathing exercises, you go outside. It's best if you're outside when you're doing the deep breathing exercises. If you live close to the beach, and it's not a public beach I'm talking about now, but if you live close to the beach or the sea and you can go outside and get some fresh air, that's good. You do the deep breathing exercises and you practice that on a daily basis.
So just get up early morning.
In the early morning is the best time until you see the air.
Yes.
Yeah. Take some deep breaths and exercise. Exercise is very important. I know persons who've taken a vaccine and are very weak. You have to exercise, right? And I'm talking about this not just for the persons who've been taking the vaccine, but I'm just saying between the shots, the first one weakens your immune system. It makes you a little bit weaker, leaves you at risk for catching COVID before you get your next shot. So I'm giving you advice how to prevent that from happening. And also for persons, whether you choose not to, how you are going to keep yourself healthy. The other thing is steaming. Steaming, if you go on the road and come back, it's a good time to steam because you don't know what you've been exposed to, right? Whether you're wearing your mask or not, we might buy a drink, take the mask off, and all of these things, and put the mask back on. Once you get home, it's a good time to steam.
Yes.
Before you go to bed is another very good time to steam.
Okay.
Because then at that time you'd be resting throughout the night, right? So you open those pores, you kill those bacteria with the heat inhalation, and do that with a little bit of eucalyptus and peppermint. Either one works, right? And you inhale that, and that helps.
Especially those persons with respiratory
conditions,
the sinuses, the sinusitis, and the this and the that.
Very true.
Yes.
All right. So we spoke about improving your vitamin C,
right?
Making sure that you're properly hydrated, doing deep breathing exercises, and exercises on a whole, just to boost your immune system. That's the point of it, boosting your immune system.
So the exercise helps us to
yes.
So people
helps.
Join us every morning at 6:30. Remind them, Jody, that Mr. Fitness
is on at 6:30 and he builds a vibe that keeps you going.
Let me tell you.
You can't even stop if you want to.
Even it tells us to
He's
slow
like
down.
an energizer bunny here.
Yeah, so exercise, and that's one of the reasons why that feature is on Fit FM.
Yeah.
You know?
We have to help our nation get healthy again. It's not just COVID that's out there. There are persons who have other conditions that are being affected as a result of this overwhelming COVID cases and so on. So we have to make sure that we take responsibilities for ourselves and for our family. If you need to, I mean, we have 3 days of lockdown: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Those days, use it as family time to get up together and bond and so on. And there's so much going on individually with persons, mentally and emotionally, whether it's something to do with death or loss, or because of the constraints of the time. So this is a good family time for us to build back that relationship,
Get to know each other.
And
That's right.
push each other,
Yes.
motivate each
Yes.
other, and said, let's do this together.
Right.
Let's keep our family safe.
That's
Let's
right.
keep our family healthy.
And a good time too for the adults to teach the children
Yes.
how to interact. DJ Phil said the other day that we Jamaicans are such a loving set of people.
Yeah.
As soon as we see each other, we want to hug up.
Mhm.
So we have to change our way of
Our
thinking,
mindset,
our
yeah.
mindset. We have to change our mindset, and know that we can't shake hands again. No matter how we tell persons, it is still happening because
Yeah.
it just comes natural. So
It's hard to undo a whole lifetime of habits.
Exactly.
And habits that we enjoy too.
Exactly.
We weren't
Exactly.
pushed to do it. We just enjoyed doing it. It came naturally.
Good. So, listeners, you're listening to Jody Marie Beharie of A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, and so for the elderly now, Jody, the last time we spoke, you mentioned about visitors.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, we can't expose our most vulnerable. The elderly and the children are usually the most vulnerable. We're finding that with these waves of COVID, that the children are a little bit more resilient than the elderly. But with the elderly, we have to protect them. We definitely have to protect them. So please, if I know they're overwhelmed, and then this is another thing, they're going through mental emotional issues too, where church used to be their little escape, or a function,
Yes.
or a dance used
It's
to
just
be their
Jody,
escape.
just getting out of the house, just dressing up and
So
getting out.
we
is
need
enough.
to create a system. I
Yes.
think probably we need to do a program where we get them to dress up and play some music and let them enjoy the time in the evening. And that's just
But
for the elderly.
We encourage them to do so, because on
Yeah.
a Sunday morning,
Mhm.
when we have our church, our
Yeah.
digital church, the elder, they actually dress up in the living
Yeah,
room.
man, they
and
need
dress
to
up.
dress up in
Dress up.
there and
Yes,
log on to
right.
fit and be in church.
Yes, being church.
And when there is there's another one that there's a DJ that comes on that does these music, oldies music.
Oh yeah, DJ Snow in there.
Snow, yes. When he's on, put on your party clothes, grab a drink if you need to, and you enjoy yourself.
And listen to the music, especially on on Sundays
You have
evenings.
to listen to the music, enjoy yourself, create a vibe in your own house, and it's a reculturing of what we have to
That's
do,
right.
because we don't know if after COVID there's going to be something else. So we just have to create new norms. Don't get depressed about how much you can't do. I know it's hard. Loss is very, very hard, and it's not just loss of a human being.
Yes,
it's loss of your social life. Is loss of the emotional things that you should take you through the day.
Right.
Some little things that you used to do. It is lost.
The everyday things that we
things that we know. We just have to reset and create a new norm so that we don't get mentally ill. And then that's another thing. There are a lot of people being mentally ill right now and not getting enough support, whether it's depression, whether it's a disease condition that has triggered some other mental illnesses.
Yes.
We have to look out for these signs. We have to look out for them in our children. We've been seeing situations of abuse, incest. It's a lot
of things.
And children are human beings. I hate when people say that them little pitney are then too forthright. They live what they learn. They're human beings that are growing into adults. And we have to get that.
Yes.
You understand?
That's right.
So we have to fix it from now. Oh, you're too young to learn this. Oh, them too young. Then we grow out of that. No. it is habits that we learn that makes us into the adults that we are.
That's right.
So it starts from that point. If they're
Right.
crying, find out why they're crying. Why do you feel this way? Why are you? Why are
You know, they
in
usually
this
say,
mood?
they usually say about babies, I'm just in one corner there. Something must happen.
Yes.
Let us find out what is happening. Find out
what it is.
Why
it's
is it?
just like you, Julie. If
Yes.
you're feeling down.
Yes.
You're not gonna give your best. You're not gonna come out
Exactly.
shining because you feel down.
Exactly.
Whether for whatever reason it is, you are going through an emotional process that's causing you not to function. The children go through the same things. Right, so we have to make sure that we pay attention to these things.
We want to say hi to some persons, Jody.
Okay,
I see
go
Mr.
ahead.
Fitness. Mr. Fitness, we don't know what time
Hi,
it is in
Mr.
London.
Fitness, morning.
But greetings. And,
it's daytime. It's daytime.
What time?
They're 7 hours ahead of us.
Is the evening? Is evening
Yeah,
for
man,
him?
it's evening.
Yes, Mr. Fitness. I see Kenute Lawrence. Kenute, I don't know where in the world you are, because on Facebook you're either in Ghana or somewhere in the world. But thank you very much for your support. He says great advice. You know, so Kenute Lawrence, he was on with Bev Moonchild a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an author and he's fantastic. And Tavia Foster out of Family. Hi, Tavia. Thank you. She says great program.
Hi, Miss Tavia.
Oh, you know her?
Yes, she used to be at NCB.
And Patrick Cross. And Patrick is Mr. Fit. He supports us. Blessed good morning, Princess. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was Patrick. But this is just fantastic advice. And when you listen to when you go home and you listen back to yourself, Jody, you're going to hear how caring, with a caring voice you have. And that helps. And I keep on telling you that.
Thank you.
I keep on telling you that. So so listeners, Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services. These are some of the services that they offer here in Trelawney and where else?
Trelawney, St. Anne, St. James, and we are in some parts of Hanover. Okay,
so we want to go island wide too.
Yes, sure.
So hand in hand with Fit FM, right now we're Western Jamaica, but we plan to go national. We've declared it very soon. So Broadcast Commission, the rest of the editors, get your things together. So here's some of the services that they offer. Of course, the home health services, 24-hour nursing care, 24 hours. So we can call Nurse Beharie anytime, as long as
I tell you, they do.
Her phone never stops ringing. Wound care services. When
we talk about wound care, we're talking about persons who've probably had surgery, can't manage to go to the hospital to get their dressing done. Once we have a prescription from the doctor to say how they want the dressing to be done, we can come in and do that. Pressure ulcer care, so persons with bed sores, we can come and do that, whether it's once a day, every 2 days, once a week, whatever it is, then we will assess and then do it.
Okay. You mentioned the stroke and the diabetes management, my blood sugar is
I'm happy to hear that.
And health counseling.
Yes.
So you do counseling, you do the counseling. Yes. And of course, assisted living facility.
Yes. And then the school.
And the school is September.
Orientation starts on the 17th of September, which is Friday. Week after next week, Friday. So our orientation starts online. We've moved semester 1 and 2 online. Semester 3 has to be practical. So students are going to be out, whether in the practical areas or at our school lab, doing the practicums, because our healthcare workers are overwhelmed and we need more healthcare workers. Some persons who had registered for school, actually, some, because so many things have changed.
Yes.
People's economic status has changed. As much as we've taken off some money off the school fee, there's still persons who were still not able to meet the cohort. We have an affordable payment plan, so we're saying to persons, don't shy away. Come and talk to us if you really want to do it. We'll find a way to make it work for you as best as possible. And if you're out there hearing this for the first time, we do practical nursing training. And we just got results. How can I forget? It was on my status. We got results that our students who sat the last exam, all 12 passed the written paper. but I think we have 4 students who have to redo the practical segment, and I
Right.
think it's because they didn't get enough experience because of
Right.
last
Yes.
year.
Mhm.
But they did pretty well, and I'm
Congratulations.
so proud of them.
Oh my goodness.
And we have another set of students doing exam in
Exam now.
November.
Okay, November.
Yeah. So now this new cohort, we're saying to persons, you can still join. If you're hearing us for the first time, we're at 13 Rodney Street, Falmouth, Trelawney. You can WhatsApp us for registration information and how you can get into the school.
Mhm.
It's 876-409-8543, and that's our WhatsApp number. So
Right.
once you WhatsApp us, you tell us you're interested in school, we send you all the requirements, everything you need to
Right.
know, and then we start the registration process. And once we do that, we will send out our registration packages. As a matter of fact, we're sending out registration packages today, so everybody knows what to expect come orientation on the 17th.
That's wonderful. Congratulations to your first set, to your first 12.
No, it's not the first. This is our 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you passed 3.
Yeah, we gone 3 batches already.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, good. All right then. That's wonderful.
We're on the move.
Yes, you're on the move. You're on the
We're
move.
trying to take it
Yes.
higher. We want more persons to get involved in the healthcare field because the need is there.
The need is there.
Locally and overseas.
Yes.
And even the other day in recruiting some nurses, because we're trying to do some partnerships in Jody.
Yes.
I can't give out all the details yet, but you know how it is.
Yes.
And we're trying to do partnerships where once our students are trained and certified, they have somewhere to go.
That's good.
Whether it's locally or overseas.
Yes.
So we want persons to know that we're making a genuine effort to make sure that
They're placed right after.
we're not just training people and leaving them to go fend for themselves. We're trying our best to create. We want persons to be financially stable.
Yes.
And after you finish, you want to know there's somewhere to go. We don't make people promises. We're just saying we're trying to be a part of the process of helping you to get there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Nurse Beharie, thank you very much again for coming in and just and just highlighting some of the some of the wonderful things that are happening at A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, and the wonderful advice that you've given us, as how to take care of ourselves and the most vulnerable around us. We really appreciate this, and we love you very much, and looking forward to seeing you next Monday. Monday as we do this all over. All right. So listeners, thank you very much. I see Sister Pauline Williamson. She says today is our birthday.
Happy birthday.
Pauline Williamson, otherwise called Sister Charm from Frankfield in Clarendon. We got a lot of listeners out of
Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your birthday, and that you keep yourself healthy. All right, Pauline?
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jody. And may God continue to bless you and your establishment. And we pray that your student nurses and of course your team stay safe, because I know you're doing everything to stay.
Oh, I tell you.
I know it's tough, but hey, God is good. Thank you very much.
Fit FM 96.7. Duncan's Trelawney.
At A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, Duncan's Trelawney, we believe in person-centered care. We take pride in improving the health and quality of life of all our residents. Join me, Jody Marie Beharie, Monday mornings at 8 a.m. right here on Fit FM for A Gentle Approach to a Healthier You. That's 8 a.m. Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
This is Fit FM.
Fit FM 96.7.
96.7.
Duncan's Trelawney.
Duncan's Trelawney.
Touching your